Hey there, and welcome back to the fourth and final P. So this is profit level. So we have covered the power start. We have covered the party. We have covered passing it on. And the fourth and final P is profit level. And for today's training, I have invited my dear friend Leanne David back. For those of you that are familiar with Leanne, you know that she is like a money guru. In fact, she was a CPA. She's like one, we like to say, basket weaving class away from her master's in tax. And I'll tell you, any personal tax or money question I have always referred to my friend Leanne. In fact, she worked for one of the top accounting firms in the world before going full-time with Mary Kay. So I have brought Leanne back to talk about profit level, having a full store in Mary Kay, and also how to manage your finances. Because what I have found is that if you haven't owned a business before, or perhaps you're not super knowledgeable about money, it's hard to keep it. And the whole reason you want to make money is to be able to keep more money. So Leanne, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Kristen. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I'm so excited to talk to you today about one of my most favorite topics in Mary Kay, and that is money. I truly believe that solid money management skills are the foundation, the cornerstone of any successful business, because you can be so great at booking, coaching, selling, or team building. But if you don't know how to manage the money that you make, you can get yourself into trouble. But the good news is that Mary Kay Money Management is super simple and super easy, and we're going to teach you exactly what you need to do today. So even if money isn't your thing or numbers isn't your thing, hang in there with us because it's super, super simple and super, super easy. So I want you to look in your packet at the very first page where it says, what is profit level? So I want to teach you what you do after your parties, after your sales with your money. So the first thing that we want you to know is that your goal is to have a full store of inventory. And you can see my Mary Kay store behind me here. I will tell you, when I started my Mary Kay business, I started with a full store. I had everything on my shelf that I needed to service my customers, and I still do. So if you're a brand new beauty consultant and you have been in business for less than 1 year, typically about $3,600 is enough to give you what you need, okay? Now, if you're a seasoned consultant and you've been in longer than a year, we actually know that about $6,000 or more is a full store for seasoned consultants. And the reason is that $3,600 is enough to get you up and running. But one of the perks of our Mary Kay business is we have such strong reorder businesses, especially in my unit and in the Sharpe area. You guys are rock star sellers. So while you are always building your customer base, your existing customers continue to reorder over and over and over and over. And so you do reach a point very quickly where you need to have a bigger store to service your customers. So what I always like to suggest is this. You should be able to place a reorder once a month. If you're constantly placing orders or constantly being out of product or constantly having to order, that means that your customer base doesn't support your store. So when you find yourself starting to order more often, you know that it's time to up your store level, okay? So some of you have started with a full store and some of you need to work your way up there. So I want to show you what we do in Mary Kay with our money, and it's called the 60-40 split, the 60-40 split. And this is the super simple, easy way to manage your money in Mary Kay. So we have a great example on here for you. Let's say that you just held a skincare party with your BFF, the flip chart, and you know all the tips and tricks that we've taught you along the way. And you have party sales of $500 before tax. Okay, we're giving you nice round numbers, $500. Well, the first thing that you do is you restock your shelf with what you sold, okay? So remember, whatever you sell it for to your customer, it actually only costs you half of that to get it from the company because we buy for $1 and sell for $2. So whatever you sold, just simply restock exactly what you sold to put it back on your shelf. So in this case, it would be $250 for you to replace what you sold. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to set aside 10% of your sales, or $50, for business expenses. Things like preferred customer program to send the catalogs to your customers, or you are going to run out of things like catalogs and mascara wands, and you want to set aside 10% of every sale so that you can pay your business expenses, restock your supplies as needed, and that money is always there. So we've accounted for 250 plus 50. So we've accounted for 300 of that $500. Now there's $200 left over. What do you do with it? Well, this is where everybody's going to do something different. So if you have a full store on your shelf, you have everything that you need to service your customers. You're able to order once a month. You are not frustrated at all with the lack of product that you have. Then you have a full store, and that $200 is your profit. So whatever your dream is in Mary Kay, whatever you're making your money for, that can go towards that. It goes right in your bank account. You can use it to pay off debt, save for a vacation, whatever it is that you're using your money for, that is for you. Now, if you are not at a full store level or at profit-taking level, you're going to use that extra $200 to reinvest back in your business in the products that you need to build up to a full store. So in addition to reordering what you sold, you're also going to use your profit so that you can get the things that you're missing. And with every order, you're building and building and building that inventory. So profit-taking level is also another word for having a full store, because at that point you can take your profit and do what you want with it. Not profit-taking level, it gets reinvested back into Section 1 product so that you will be able to have that full store level. So I'm going to turn it back to Kristin so that she can tell you the perks and benefits of having a full store in Mary Kay.
Yes, thank you, Leanne. Thank you, thank you. So I'll tell you, when I joined Mary Kay, I wasn't able to start at profit level. I started as a Sapphire Star, but that first month, because of the skincare parties and facials that I did, and because I was reinvesting to profit level, I was able to do it quickly. And like Leanne said, I will tell you, I was so grateful because those first few appointments and parties, I was getting a little frustrated because I'd have to go home. I wouldn't have the products they all needed. And then I'd have to order it from the company and then deliver it to them or ship directly to them. And it definitely got a lot more expensive. So as soon and as fast as you can get to that profit level, I'm telling you, the more confidence, the more peace of mind that you're going to have. Now, as a new consultant also, there is lots of free products that are available with your first inventory order. So make sure you talk to your sales director if you have not yet done that. But now, because of a new program we have called the Great Start Program, up to your first 4 months, as you reorder product, you're eligible to earn more free product. It's also true as you're team building. There's extra product bonuses that you can earn. Now, here's what's so great about these bundles is they're hundreds of dollars that can also help you get to that profit level even faster. So I just want to encourage you that you have a one-on-one conversation with your sales director to fully understand all the free product bonus bundles that are available with your first initial order, but also the additional bonuses for team building and continuing to order during your Great Start period. Now, here's what I've also found, you guys, is that having products at parties, at appointments, even when your random neighbor stops by, she knows you sell Mary Kay and she's in need of a foundation. Having products on hand allows you to sell more. I can't tell you how many times at the beginning of my career, I would be doing a party and telling someone, let's say about the satin lips, and she would say, oh, okay, so do you have it here? And I'd say, oh, no, but I can order it for you. She would say, I'll just hold off. Whereas when I said, yeah, I do, I have it right here, she's like, okay, go ahead, add that on. So one of the things that I love to do is, of course, have my products with me at my skincare party. So you'll see here, this is a glamour case that I got off MK Connections. And there's a suitcase underneath here, hopefully you can see it, where it holds all of my products that I take to all of my skincare parties and appointments. And I absolutely love that I have these bags because even at my parties, I open it up, I let people see all the products that I have. And I'll tell you, a lot of times they're like, oh my gosh, do you have products here? I don't have to order and, wait. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I have it. And so just showing them the products and having them opened up and displayed at my parties makes all the difference. It also allows you to sell more, which leads me to the fact of better customer service. I don't know about you, but when I pay someone or give someone money, I want that product, I want that service right away. And so I believe having an inventory, having a full store allows you to give better customer service. I always talk about how I want my service with Mary Kay, even if someone orders off my website or calls me for a reorder, to be like Amazon fast, but with a boutique personal feel. And having inventory allows you to do it. And it gives you that on-the-spot delivery, which is so important. Now, also, I have found that when my customers know that I stock products and they know that I have their favorite products on hand, that it allows me to have a stronger reorder business. In fact, when surveying and even asking my customers, hey, tell me, what do you love best about me being your beauty consultant? Many of them have said, Kristin, I know you have products and you get them to me quickly. I've had Mary Kay ladies in the past where it just takes forever because they're waiting to place their order and it's weeks before I got my products. With you, it's different. So I want you to remember that. Also, of course, you save on shipping costs. Oh my goodness. When you're having to ship or drop ship or order from the company, instead of that shipping cost being allocated over several products, when you're shipping one item here, one item there, it really starts to dig into your profit. And so having a profit level store allows you to save so much on shipping. And you got to be careful because those shipping costs really do add up over time. The other thing that having inventory has always done for me, you guys, is it built my confidence. It truly built my confidence. I felt like a successful beauty consultant. I knew that I offered great customer service, and I knew that people's experience with me as their beauty consultant was going to be different than any other experience they ever had. And I truly believe having product on hand was key in that confidence. Now, the other thing I love about having a profit level full store is that you have full demos. Of course, our starter kit comes with tons of stuff, but you'll notice that we have supplement products that we ask you to put in your roll-up bag. And, we've been focusing on the skincare party, but you guys, there's also awesome demos that you can have for glamour products as well. And having that full glamour kit stocked, again, oh my gosh, builds your confidence. What I love is, of course, we have tons of different foundations, but knowing that when I'm stripe testing someone that I have their for sure shade, I'm not trying to oh, that's okay. No, I know because I have proper demos, I'm finding their perfect match foundation. Now, the other thing that I absolutely love about having a full store and a profit level inventory is, well, it earned you fun prizes, right? So many prizes come from Mary Kay, and because of your efficiency of having a full store, I found that I was winning more in Mary Kay because I was more of an effective beauty consultant. So I hope that kind of sparks your interest a little bit more about having inventory and having full profit. Of course, inventory is not required with Mary Kay, but statistically, when you look at our entire sales force, women that have a full store are up to 5 times more successful than those who don't. And learning at the beginning of my career, it just made me say, okay, yes, I want to have a full store too. I want to run this business off of a profit level store. So, Leanne, thank you.
Okay, so now that we know why you want to have inventory and we've learned how to sell that inventory and we've learned how to build your team and we've taught you all these ways to make money, I want to give you 7 steps that you can do every week. And if you follow these without fail, You will be handling your money amazingly in your Mary Kay business and managing your inventory well. And so in your packet, you have this page and it's called the Money Monday Lucky 7. I want you to take this out of your packet and I want you to hang it by your desk or wherever you do your Mary Kay work. And I want you to see it every week. And from this point on, every Monday becomes Money Monday. And we call it the Money Monday Lucky 7, just 7 simple tips that you can do each week. I'm going to teach you them step by step right now. And I want you to promise me that you will do them each week. And I think you're going to find out that if you do them, the last one is your favorite. So Money Monday number 1, you want to make a bank run, deposit all of your checks and cash into your Mary Kay checking account. So one thing that I always have with me is a money bag. It's always in my purse, even if I'm not on my way to a skincare party. I always have this. It's an easy way for me to take any of my cash or checks or receipts or anything I have relating to my business in this money bag. So I don't lose it. I'm not digging in the bottom of my purse to find things. And so I'm not tempted to take my Mary Kay money and go to the mall. Okay, so put everything in your money bag. And on Monday, you take that money bag, you go to the bank and you put everything into your Mary Kay checking account. Tip number 2, I want you to transfer money from all other accounts into that same checking account. So we have a credit card processing system called ProPay. You might have charged some cards in there. I know some of you use things like Venmo or PayPal or Square Cash or whatever you're using. You want to make sure that every Monday you get all of the money that you have coming in from everywhere, all corralled into that one Mary Kay checking account. Because just seeing all of it all in one place and having it all in one place makes it a lot more easy to do your Mary Kay accounting, but it also helps you see just how much those little sales add up. Tip number 3, you want to enter your customer profile cards and your sales tickets into the My Customer section of Mary Kay InTouch. So you want to make sure that you're putting all of your customers' information in there and the sales tickets. And My Customers is such a powerful tool. It's a database where you can keep tracks of their names and their addresses and their phone numbers and women's birthdays. You can run a birthday promotion every month and run a quick report. Or if a particular product is, maybe being discontinued, you can look in there and find every woman who's ever purchased that product and reach out to her to see if she wants to get the last few. There's so many powerful things that you can do in My Customers. And rather than let your profile cards and sales tickets all add up, just every Monday, take your new ones from the previous week and input them into the system. Number 4, you want to log your activity on your weekly accomplishment sheet and update your business tracking register. So on Mary Kay InTouch, under Business Tools, you will find something called the Weekly Accomplishment Sheet. And in the supplemental documents for this training, we have a hotline number that you can call that will give you a full-blown training on how to complete your Weekly Accomplishment Sheet. What we know is this: smart businesswomen are accountable. The Weekly Accomplishment Sheet is where you can list all of the activity that you did for the week, and it gets submitted to your sales director. Now, it's not a report card. We don't sit here with our red pen and say, oh my gosh, Kristin, you should have sold more lipsticks this week. No, it's not like that at all. But what this Weekly Accomplishment Sheet allows you and your sales director to do is that you can see things like, are you selling in sets? Or are you selling more skincare or glamour? Or maybe you're doing a lot of faces and not a whole lot of interviews. Or maybe you're doing a lot of interviews and you have a super high signing rate and we want to find out a tip or what's working for you. So leaders love and value accountability. And us as sales directors, it makes it so much easier for us to look at that paper and be able to figure out exactly what you're doing great and exactly what we can give you tips on to improve. Also, on your Weekly Accomplishment Sheet, you'll be able to see every week a summary of how much you sold, how much you were team building. And it's a one-page sheet where you can get just a picture of your week. Now, the next piece of paper you actually have in your packet, and it is called the Business Tracking Register. And this is a sheet where you can keep a running total of your 60-40 split. So you can see we put an example here of your weekly sales. And so I make an entry on my sheet every Monday with the total of how much I sold, the tax I collected, and then it gives me a budget to tell me how much I reinvest at 50%, how much I have for my 10 10% supply budget, and my 40% for my profit or my reinvestment, depending if I'm at profit level or not. So this makes it really easy, you guys. When you go to place your reorders, you know exactly how much you have to spend on your order. So you will never overspend or underspend on your product orders. So we give you a couple of examples there. Again, if you're not a numbers person and just the mere sight of this chart freaks you out, I really encourage you to sit down and look at it because it's super simple and it's super easy. Okay, tip number 5 for Money Monday is to reorder the products that you sold. Now, remember, you're typically only ordering once a month. That's the goal. But what I do every Money Monday is I go into my order and I just take my sales tickets and I enter all of the items that I sold. It makes it really easy for me to know that I'm restocking what I just sold. Now, I can save that order and keep adding to it every Monday until it's time for me to place my product reorder. But it allows me to keep a running total all month of the items that I need, so I'm not stressing out at the last minute trying to put an order together, okay? So reorder the products that you sold. Now, for number 6, I'm going to send it back to Kristin. She has a fun little thing to show you. Tip number 6 is to sort your expenses into the tax categories of your accordion file. So, Kristin, do you want to show your accordion file?
Yes, Leanne. Like a big boy. It's really heavy. So this is how I use my accordion file with these fun little tabs that helps me organize all my receipts for tax time. So I'm here to tell you, no documentation, no deduction. And so what I love about using this accordion file is, well, with these fun labels, it tells you exactly where to file it. So then at the end, I just add up each section, hand it over to my CPA, and I am fully taking advantage of all the legitimate deductions that I get for having a qualified home-based business like Mary Kay. So I absolutely love my accordion file, and it just really keeps it simple, sweetie.
Isn't that so awesome, you guys? So you don't have to go to school for 7 years like I did to learn how to do taxes. You just have your labels that you can put on there. Like there's a category that will say office expenses. There's a category that will say advertising. And so whatever receipts you have in each of those categories, you just dump them in the appropriate file, and then you have everything you need for your taxes. No accounting degree required. So it makes it really simple to keep track of your income and your expenses in Mary Kay. Now, tip number 7 and the final tip for Money Monday is my favorite, and I bet it's going to be your favorite too, and that's pay yourself. You guys, Money Monday is also payday. So when you are at profit-taking level, this is the day that you are going to write yourself a check from your Mary Kay checking account to your personal account, and that money is yours. And what is so great about Money Monday is that it allows you to accumulate your sales for the whole week so that you get that paycheck on Monday. If you're used to having a traditional job, maybe you get paid on the 15th and 30th or every other Friday, you know what day you're getting that money. Well, in Mary Kay, kind of every day is payday. You sell a mascara here, you drop a cleanser off to someone on your way home from work. You're making sales all the time and building your team all the time. So Money Monday allows you to have your payday. And I'll tell you that when you allow your sales to accumulate during the week, you realize very quickly how much those sales here and there of a mascara, a cleanser, those little reorders really add up. And it's so great to get that paycheck, put it in your personal account, and then you can see where your money's going. So that's another reason why you want to get to the full store level as quickly as you can, so that on Money Monday, your profit is going into your checkbook. So I hope that those were simple, easy tips for you that you can follow. Kristin, I'm going to send it back to you.
Yes. Okay. So one of the things that is so important is to finish your weekly accomplishment sheet. So this is a hard copy of the weekly accomplishment sheet. You can get this off of Mary Kay In Touch, and you can do it like a hard copy, but I really prefer submitting it online. And like Leanne said, as your mentor, as your sales director, it's so neat to be able to mentor you and coach you based on your weekly accomplishment sheets. And I get a notification, your sales director gets a notification. And so please, please, please turn that in. Make it part of your routine. Now, how to in-depth do a weekly accomplishment sheet? Well, make sure to check out, we do have a phone number and an access code that you can call for that training where you can listen, and we will be walking you through step-by-step how to do it. It's pretty intuitive, and it doesn't take a long time to learn, but we want to make sure that when you are doing your weekly accomplishment sheets every week, okay, that you're doing it correctly. So make sure to check that out. All right, well, today's password for the training is full store. Full store. All right, well, that wraps up our 4 P's training. And please know that sometimes you just can't get all the information at once. We realize that, and that's why we decided to make these into a video format with a packet for each P for you to go back and reference. And so please know that these are available for you to go back and review. And it's so amazing when you watch something for the second, third, or fourth time, how you pick up another nugget. So the password for today's training is full store. Full store. Well, Leanne, thank you so much for teaming up with me on these 4P trainings. We just appreciate you and your knowledge and your experience. And I think it's made it so much more fun that we could bounce back and forth.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me. And you guys, thank you so much for being on. We hope that these trainings are a blessing for you as you build your Mary Kay business. Bye for now.
Bye.